Hey guys, Caesar here. Welcome to this fourth episode of Ask Caesar. Here's this week's question. Hey Caesar, this missional lifestyle you write and speak about sounds so awesome, but I'm not an extrovert like you and your wife both seem to be. How do us introverts like me fit into this whole missional thing? Well, I'm glad you asked that, Meg, because I hear this a lot, and I think it's a really important issue actually. It comes up so often, I'm surprised by it. First, a little history about these personality types and how they differ. Okay, I'm not an expert, but did a little research. Extraversion and introversion are the preferences originally used in a personality inventory created way back in the 20s by this guy, the psychologist named Carl Jung. Now, most people today may be more familiar with these terms in connection with Myers-Briggs Type Inventory. Maybe you've taken one of those at work or something. These terms are unfortunately a bit outmoded, misunderstood, and misused in that extroversion is not about being loud or the life of the party, and introversion is not about being shy or antisocial. These preferences have to do with how people get their energy and recharge emotionally or mentally. Extroverts draw energy from other people in interaction, while introverts do so, they draw their strength and recharge from within themselves and through reflection. It's important to understand that there are times when all of us feel more introverted and need to be alone or seek a quiet place. I seem to remember Jesus doing this from time to time, right? He'd go away. There are also times when even the most introverted among us go to parties and function socially and have a good time. Again, Jesus did this pretty often as well. We all possess elements of both introversion and extroversion. Question for you, which is more spiritual? To hang out with a large crowd of people or to get into a boat and row away to find solitude? Jesus did both. So, to sort of summarize this, Meg, and then I'm going to get into answering the question a little bit more. Being an introvert does not mean that you're always shy or you don't prefer being around people. No, your introversion has to do with how you recharge and renew your strength after you've been engaged with people at work or parties or at your table or on mission. Sometimes the claim of introversion can be a smokescreen for self-focus or an attempt to cover up our fear of man issues. Both are an issue of unbelief in the gospel. In our head, we're thinking, well, the best way I know to protect and control what others think of me is just to avoid people. But the gospel is the good news that God knows us and loves us deeply. So therefore, we can put ourselves out there with others, secure in that knowledge. We all have the choice to be with people each day or not. Who or what will become the focus of our time, energy, and resources? That's our choice. But we also have to ask, where will the source of our strength for these interactions lie? My own very limited supply or the Holy Spirit's endless flow? And this is the same for both introverts and extroverts. Remember, God has gifted you differently than others, and He knows who will be a good fit for you relationally. Within your community or at larger meal or party, don't feel like you have to meet every single person and then crack the jokes and drop the mic, like Def Jam. Let God lead you to those people of peace who will love you for who you are. They're there. God's uniquely made you, and He's got people. Extroverts are great for drawing a crowd, and introverts are more naturally drawn to fewer folks, but they go deeper into relationships usually. We need both in our missional communities. When trying to move toward a lifestyle of discipleship and mission as a more introverted person, ask yourself, or ask the Spirit, these questions. How set am I in my ways? Do I love my routines more than people? Next, could I be hiding my selfishness behind the term, well, I'm an introvert? Third, do I plan for times of recharging alone after being with lots of people? How could I improve on this so as to better enjoy those social times? Next, do I believe God has made me both in His image, okay, like He did Jesus, and uniquely, and that it's good? Do you believe that? Okay, another question. How does God want to use me within the lives of others in my community? How often do you ask that? Next, do I regularly seek the Spirit when trying to decide how often I'll be in community involved with others, or is that my call? And then last, do I prefer and or understand the value of going deeper with those people that God may be calling me to? Remember, you don't always have to lead the band, but you do have a part to play. Us loud extroverts need you. The next best time to trust God with your relational time and energy is today. I hope this helps. Please leave me any thoughts or questions you have below. And as always, thanks for watching.